Hi everyone, and welcome to a quick look at my new Canon EOS 70D. This is going to be a quick introduction video to let you know that I've got it and that I'm going to be doing a review on it. I will tell you now, obviously I'll do other videos showing you the menus and all the buttons and stuff like that, but I will tell you now that at a quick glance and a quick hour play with it yesterday, that the ISO performance is slightly, maybe 30% better than the 60D. It's not loads of difference, but there's definitely a big improvement, but it's not like 2 or 3 stops or out like that. It's not even one, I'd say maybe one stop. Maybe 3200's like 1600 on 60D, or maybe 2000, but there's definitely a good maybe 50%, something like that. I did do a video though with ISO something like 3200 and I couldn't see any grain on it whatsoever. I took some pictures at 3200 and 6400 and I'm going to show you them not at this on this part. So I'm going to do a part where I just show you some samples. This is just the introduction. This is the 70D and we'll just I don't really want to knock the focus. Let me put the phone there so I know where the focus is, and we'll put it back down there, and I'll just move the phone out of the shot now, and that's what it looks like from the front. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'll just leave that phone there, now I know where it is, the focus. We have gained an extra button which is just near the shutter button. This button here allows you to select one of the 19 focus points that this camera has, so that's a big bonus over the 60D, and it also does autofocus in video mode, and I'll tell you now, it works a treat. So it means now you can use your DSLR. When I'm doing my videos, I'll be able to have a nice blurred background when I'm stood there talking, and if I move a little bit, I'm not going to lose focus with a shallow depth of field, because the lens will just refocus, and that'll be that. And I have tried it and it works a treat, but you can also touch the back of the screen, so if you was videoing, I don't know, a nice bridal ring, but you wanted it to start off blurred, and then you just touch the back of the screen where the ring is and it'll just smoothly come into focus. My mate said it looks like pull focus, but been done by a proper professional with proper professional gear, really smooth as silk. I wouldn't know that because I've never done it before. I did get the 70D over the 60. Now I know people are probably thinking, you got a APC size camera over a full frame, and that was because the 60, I like the ISO performance was 50% better than the 70D again, so maybe 100% better than the bloody 60D, but I didn't like it because it only had 9 focus points on and only the centre one was cross type. This one I do like because it's got 19 cross focus type points on it. It's got the autofocus in video mode, which I really like. It's got the sensor touch screen on it as well, like your iPhone. So you can just, I'm not going to show you on this video, but I'll show you on another one, where you just like your phone, you just touch the screen and you can scroll through the menus. I don't use it that way. I just use it the old-fashioned way. I should probably use it that way. It'd probably make me quicker, but then you're getting fingerprints all over the screen, so I don't know. It's got built-in Wi-Fi, which I did try last night. I downloaded EOS remote for my iPhone, and then my camera connected to it, and I browsed the pictures on my camera, and I could just hit download, and it went straight to my iPhone, which would be good if you're on a wedding job and you're there and bride loves one. You can say, right love, turn your phone on, I'll send you it. I know it'd be unedited, but it'd only be a little tiny file on a phone. I'm sure it'd keep them happy and something to go away on the honeymoon with. It does feel a little bit heavier than the 60D. Like I say, it's ISO expandable from 100 to 128,000, no, to 256,000, but auto ISO will do 100 to 128,000. So for those people who are using auto ISO, there's a big advantage. You know, maybe if you're using manual with you putting in 100 of a second at f4 and let the camera auto ISO for you to give you that shutter speed. I have used that a few times actually, and it works really good. It works better than AV or TV because you've got AV and TV in one package. So, but you have got to be a bit more clever to it and understand your camera a bit more to do it like that. But it is good if you're photographing in quite low light and then you spin round to a brighter situation. If your camera was at ISO 3200 or 2000, when you spin round, you might only be, if you go to a brighter light, as bright as this camera is now at ISO 200, your camera will just turn the ISO to 200 to give you the 1/100 of a second shutter speed. And then if I go to a dark scenario, it might jump up to bloody 3200 and then back. But it'll only give you the ISO to get the appropriate shutter speed. Whereas auto ISO in normal would just do what it thought. But if you say no, I want 100 of a second at f4, it'll only give you enough ISO to give you the 1/100 of a second. Anyway, so with that being said, I'm gonna probably cut the video off now. I'll show you one other thing actually. Here, but you're going to see it on a close-up. The video mode is no longer on the top here, so to get video you don't use this top dial. You have the switch at the back, what you use for your live view. On a 60D it has a switch. Can you hear it? You have to pull it, and if you put it one way you press the button and live view comes on, and if you put it the other way you press the button and you're in video mode. I actually like that better than using the dial because it says mess around with the dial. And if you've got your mode in AV or TV or out like that here, that means your video will be in auto. You have to have the mode selected to when you turn the video on, and then you're in manual video mode. But I can tell you now, this camera really is. I'm really glad I've got it, and it feels absolutely superb. And I will show you the menu system. In fact, I'll show you the menu system now, a quick breeze through it, and then we'll end the video. Right everyone, and here's a quick look at the back of the camera before we go. I'm just going to quickly breeze through the menu system. Sorry, that's the wrong way. And I'll just read them all out. Let me check I'm not moving the camera, sorry. So we've got, on the first wrench, we've got image quality, VF and grid display, viewfinder level. According to form, I've not enabled that yet, but you enable it and you can get the electronic level through your viewfinder, so it's always there when you're looking through it, so you know your camera's cockeyed if you've got it tilted. We've got the beep, and we've got release the shutter without the card, and the image review. Then on the next range we've got lens aberration correction, flash control, mirror lockup and red eye reduction. I'm not going to go into each one of these menus in this video, it's just a quick look at the new menu layout. Exposure compensation, ISO speed settings, auto lighting optimizer, white balance, custom white balance, and that's just all normal. You can see I have it on Adobe RGB, and that is to because when you shoot JPEG, if you do shoot JPEGs, it gives you a bigger colour space when it embeds it in. And we've got a couple of features here, the picture style, the long speed noise, long exposure noise reduction, high speed ISO noise reduction, but they're all irrelevant because I shoot RAW most of the time, but I just thought I'd show you the menus. Like I say, if I want to click this screen now, did you see how I did that? I don't know how you go back, you just touch it again, yeah, you touch it to go back, but we won't touch it. So we've got live view shoot. If you look at the AF method that's showing a smiley face plus tracking, what that does is that's the thing that does your autofocus like a normal video camera would that you buy from the shop. You've got touch shutter disable. Don't know what it is yet, but I'll let you know in another video. Grid display, aspect ratio and export simulation. Silent live view shooting, that's quite good. That's quite common in the previous previous cameras, so is that. Highlight alert, AF point display, playback grid, histogram brightness, movie play count, record time. All this is quite standard. We've had all GPS device settings. This hasn't got the built-in GPS. I did think it did at first, but you can see it doesn't. Let's just touch the screen and it doesn't have it. We'll go to the next range. There's the Wi-Fi. In fact, I'm going to turn that off because I don't know if it wastes more battery power. I'll have to look into that, but I bet it does. So you don't really want to leave it turned off if you're not using it. And there's all your battery information, custom functions and my menu settings. I'm going to cut this video at that now, and we'll make another few videos on going into the menus. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe.